Black Mask offered Batman $200 million to stand down for a week, and now that week is almost up, and Bruce almost has the money. Can he hold out long enough to get his reward? Welcome to the Comicstorian Complete Story Series, where we take trade paperbacks and single issues and we break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then we read them dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. If you enjoy these stories, be sure to support the industry and go check them out at your local comic shop. Absolute Batman concludes its first arc, The Zoo, today with issue number 5. As Bruce finalizes his deal with the Black Mask, and Gotham gets its fill of the party animals. This is Absolute Batman issue number 5 by Scott Snyder. I hope you enjoy. Batman turns the motorcycle, revving the engine and roaring through the night, passing the waiting party animals on each corner, daring them to do something, to break the deal that he set up with Black Mask. Alfred is watching him with the tracker that he placed on the motorcycle, hoping the young vigilante doesn't do anything stupid, doesn't do anything to break the peace agreement. But Batman keeps moving, finally arriving at the meeting location they set up. "Well done," Alfred whispers. Meanwhile, across town, Martha Wayne walks into the office of Mayor Jim Gordon, asking if he's ready to go. "Look, Mar, I just want to say that I'm sorry that," Jim starts to say. "No, we haven't lost yet," Martha reminds him. But Jim shakes his head, motioning to the TV press conference, pointing out that Harvey Bullock is thrown in with Hill. "I didn't see that one coming. Stings," he whispers. But he turns to her, explaining that he isn't saying that he's sorry for potentially losing the election. He's sorry that they aren't turning on the memorial light at the Gotham Zoo. "When you see Bruce, tell him I said so. Please, because that's what really stings," Gordon tells her. It was years ago, at the funeral for Thomas Wayne. The rain fell from the sky over Gotham, washing Bruce's face and hiding his tears. "Go on, honey," Martha says as Bruce steps up under the shelter of Gordon's umbrella. "You wanted to talk to me, Mr. Gordon?" Bruce asks. Jim nods and leans down to the young man, explaining that his father was one of the bravest men he had ever met. "He sort of shone with it. I see that when I look at you," Jim says. But Bruce doesn't look up, his face masked in shadows as he looks at the floor. Jim stares at him for a moment before nodding. "I'll let you go now, but I also wanted you to know that they're going to tear down the zoo, okay? Build something practical. You won't have to look at it ever again. It'll be gone for good, okay?" Jim asks. In the present day, Batman waits on the rooftop. Alfred continues to watch him from a distance, noting the young man's back tensing, as if preparing. "Easy there, easy," Alfred whispers. He turns his night vision to the nearby rooftops, noting the party animal snipers and rocket teams. Villains just waiting for Batman to make a mistake. "You did it. You won," Alfred whispers to Batman, hoping the young vigilante understands. A helicopter buzzes in and lands, with Black Mask and his deranged family disembarking. "Hello there, let's make you rich," Sionis shouts. He steps forward, explaining that the money has already been placed into Batman's account. "I know. I already used it on something," Batman growls as he stands. Sionis stares at him for a moment. "Amazing! On what? How much did you use? I have to know," Black Mask shouts. In the past, young Bruce runs to Gordon, shouting that he doesn't want the city to tear down the zoo. "I don't want them to make something practical. I want something there that makes everyone look, something that shines." Bruce tells a surprised Gordon. Back in the present, Batman stands tall and taps a button. "I spent all of it," he says. The button activates the memorial light at the zoo, which shines into the night, past the outline of $200 million in cash, casting a bat into the night sky over Gotham City. The light is bright, casting the entire rooftop in brilliant illumination. Black Mask looks up in surprise. Huh, that is one ugly bat, he notes with disdain. He turns back to his men. Party animals! The deal is off! He shouts. The gang swarm the rooftop, rushing for Batman. I don't need cars, planes, or computers. All I need is Batman. Batman growls as he rushes to meet the criminals. He whirls his cape around, lashing out at the party animals and slashing through them. He grabs the hardened, sharpened edge and stabs it through one man's leg. The man screams in pain, but Batman is already moving. He knocks another aside with a bone-cracking punch and kicks the leg from beneath another. The big man that Batman faced the other night rushes forward, a cleaver in hand, and he leaps on top of the massive vigilante's back. Payback time! The party animal snarls in Batman's ear, but the Dark Knight flexes his back and spikes stab out, piercing through the party animal's arm. Ah! I'm stuck! Get me off of him! The gang member shouts as Batman whirls and keeps fighting. He finally releases the spikes and allows the big man to fall. The rest of the party animals hesitate for a moment, not sure if they want to rush forward, and Batman glares at Black Mask. All the crimes the party animals have committed, it was all manufactured by you, so you could profit. You don't care how many die. Batman growls, preparing to fight the rest of the party animals. Black Mask stares at him for a moment, before pointing and shrugging. Nope. Fortunately, though, you do. Fire, Black Mask orders. The nearby snipers open fire, but the rounds aren't meant for Batman. Bullets zip across the rooftop, hitting the members of the party animals and dropping them. Everybody get down! Batman shouts, moving to try and protect the gang members. But nets are fired next, and suddenly, Batman is pinned to the ground. He struggles for a moment, but the nets are too strong, and he can't break free. Black Mask steps in front of him, shaking his head in disappointment. Man, you had it too. All right there. The ticket to the big party. All you had to do was reach out and grab it, he says. Batman roars with anger and reaches for Sionis, briefly grabbing his pant leg. But Sionis grabs him by the arm and twists it around, cracking a bone. Batman breathes heavily, but smiles as he glances up. I have just what I wanted. Everything you set up here, everything you confessed to, it's already at every news station in Gotham. He spits. Sionis leans down so he's face to face with the Dark Knight. My God, you actually think you achieved something here, don't you? He asks. The woman steps forward, drawing a knife from Batman's cowl and begins to slash him with it, drawing blood and screams of pain. You think you're a hero, but I hate to tell you, pal, you're not even the main character. Sionis whispers as the child steps forward and hits Batman with a burst from a flamethrower. The big man is up next and pulls the bat symbol axe from Bruce's chest before knocking him off the rooftop. Batman plummets through the air, but his cape catches the updraft at the last second and acts as a parachute, slowing him down briefly before he slams into a car. The GCPD arrive quickly, buzzing over the scene as Batman crawls to safety in a car park. A squad car screeches around the corner, and Barbara Gordon is shocked as Batman steps right in front of her. She slams into him with her car and he flies through the air. Barbara hits the brakes fast and gets out, drawing her weapon on the still moving Batman. Freeze, or I will shoot, she shouts. But Bruce doesn't stop moving. He pulls open a manhole cover and crawls down into safety. Then do it. Go on, he gasps as he disappears. But Barbara doesn't shoot. She just stands there and watches him leave. Back on the rooftop, Sionis makes his message to Gotham City while his party animals leave packages all over the streets. He calls for the people to rise up, to cast off the yoke that society and the elite have placed on them. That struggling against the system isn't noble in any way, and that they all have a moment of pure ecstasy and acceptance as they burn the world to the ground. Later, Alfred steps out of the shadows into Batman's lair, finding the young hero trying to stitch himself back together. "Stop glaring and set my arm." Bruce growls at him as he continues to stitch himself up, but Alfred shakes his head. "Do you have any idea what you've done?" he asks. Bruce nods, explaining that he placed a tracker on Sionis when he grabbed him at the end. "Help me close these wounds and Bruce starts to say, but Alfred shakes his head. "No, I'll never help you again. Goodbye, kid. And just know, what's coming next is on your head," Alfred says before turning and walking away, leaving Bruce alone in the shadows. Meanwhile, Martha and Jim step out into the streets, shocked to find the party animals have left a package on the corner. "Jim, what's going on?" Martha asks softly. "Oh no," Jim whispers as random people begin to arm themselves with weapons and party animal masks. And so concludes the first arc of Absolute Batman. Bruce burned all the money, Alfred has left, and Black Mask has given the offer of money and violence to all citizens of Gotham City. Can Batman survive in this new party animal-infested Gotham? And who is going to take Black Mask up on his offer? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out a lot. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.